on global decentralized cryptocurrency exchange Binance and homegrown Bitcoin exchange WazirX have set up a $50 million blockchain technology fund specifically for India. This move comes in days after the Supreme Court struck down a ban imposed by the central bank on cryptocurrency trade. This fund is backed by Binance token, Binance USD and WazirX token. And to give you more, just a little on the background, in 2019, Binance had acquired WazirX with a vision of promoting the use and adoption of blockchain technologies in India. I have with me Nischal Shetty, founder and CEO of WazirX, joining us right now. Nischal, let me get straight on to the big question. What is the fund all about? Who are you planning to target with this fund, and how do you plan to invest this?
Hey, so the fund is the objective, the primary objective of the fund is to invest in blockchain and crypto startups in India. And we're looking to invest in any entrepreneur based out of India or with an Indian origin who's focusing on the India market. The primary reason being that now that the banking restrictions have been lifted, we believe that building the right ecosystem of entrepreneurs who are interested in this new technology is the right time for India, because we've been behind by at least 2 to 3 years now due to all the banking restrictions that we've had. So yeah, we are focusing on Indian entrepreneurs who want to build for India and in India, and we look forward to investing as well as co-investing through this fund.
Okay, so considering the fact that Binance acquired you, let me just understand the dynamic here a little. Who will lead investment decisions, Binance or WazirX? Talk to us about that.
So it's a 50-50 joint fund between Binance and WazirX, and it'll be jointly decided. There's an internal team, and our investments will be decided on consensus, where WazirX, which is us, and Binance together will evaluate all the applications. We've already started getting a lot of them. So we'll do a joint evaluation, and then on consensus, we'll start investing.
Okay, help us understand how will this fund benefit current Binance token and WazirX token holders? What's in it for them?
So if you look at it, the returns from these investments will be used to buy back the tokens. So today, when we invest the tokens, and in the future when there are returns, those returns will be used to buy back the tokens, so that we put back the tokens that we invested into the ecosystem. And so ideally, if the returns are great, then you buy back more tokens than what you really gave away. So that's how all the token investors, existing investors, benefit from this. So all the proceeds go back to the token that we invest from.
Okay, Nischal, I must highlight that this announcement comes days after the global crypto market lost more than $50 billion over fears of recession due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Is this a cause of concern for you guys at WazirX and the crypto community, or are you banking more on the fact that the ban has been lifted in India on the crypto market and crypto trading?
So yeah, it's a mixed feeling. I would say nobody wants an outbreak of any kind in the country or anywhere in the world. At the same time, we have this a good opportunity of building out the ecosystem in India. We've definitely seen the markets react in line with the rest of the markets globally, but I'm pretty sure that I see these as short-term problems, and eventually I think the outcome is going to be very, very positive for not just crypto, but the entire ecosystem, in terms of more investments being attracted because of the ban being lifted, and more startups in India in the crypto space being created. If you look at the crypto ecosystem in the US, for example, there are at least $5 to $7 billion companies in the US. But if you look at India, India does not have even $1 billion startup in the crypto space. So this is where I'm more excited that we'll see tons of startups and probably at least $2 to $3 billion companies emerge from our country, which will probably help the economy in the long term. And that's why I think I'm more excited about this. At the same time, hoping that we sail through the whole COVID-19 problem that we are facing right now.
Well, it's not just you. In fact, Binance also has said this multiple times, that the next phase of mass adoption for crypto will arise from developing nations and from India, considering that there are so many people here who haven't ventured into this market. But quickly, before I wrap up this interview, could you tell us what some of the numbers are? What are studies showing you? How many people, especially in India, are going to enter and start trading in the crypto market?
If you look at the crypto market in India right now, it's about 5 million people who are in crypto in some way or the other, as developers, as investors, as enthusiasts, hobbyists. And we see that in the next 2 to 3 years, this number will grow by 10 times. So I foresee at least 40 to 50 million people being part of this ecosystem in some way or the other, either as developers, investors, or hobbyists, entrepreneurs. All of this, I think it will at least grow to 40 to 50 million people in the next 18 to 24 months.
40 to 50 million people in the next 18 to 24 months. Well, those are some very optimistic numbers. But of course, we will follow up on that. Nischal, thank you so much for joining us on Startup Street.